Waterboro Planning Board for March 4th. We have a quorum present. We have a couple of members absent whose absence has been excused. We're going to start with Mr. Thompson from VH2M, if you wouldn't mind. We'll get this presentation of Carpenter Ridge Subdivision underway.
Great, thank you. I'll just sit here and talk into the microphone.
Of course.
Okay. All right. Again, I'm Bill Thompson, project manager from VIII Engineers in New Orleans. Here on behalf of Van Hertel Jr. on the Carpenter Ridge project that I have up on the easel, Secocas Trail. I submitted a packet January 8th with a summary of the application, the deeds. We're here tonight, approval for the top 3 lots, 1, 2, and 3. Originally, this project in 2004 was divided 5 lots for family gift lots, and I've got a timeline here of how it all played out. And in order to get lot 2 and 3, which is Van's daughter and son who own those, in order to make them eligible for sale, they have to come before the planning board, and we have lot 1, 2, and 3 entered into that application. The lots, again, we have a DOT entrance permit here with a driveway easement getting to lot 1 and lot 3. The easements are all written, recorded, and in the registry of deeds. I also have copies in my application that I submitted. The lots will be served by drilled wells, septic system. We have the frontage required under this zone, 150 feet. The lot areas exceed the minimum lot standards. In addition to the easement and the deed, we have a maintenance agreement that's been recorded for the lots to share in plowing and any other maintenance that might be required. We have soil tests conducted on each lot to show a suitable area for a septic system, which will be required for each lot. Lot 1 is presently under construction. That was sold and permitted. And we sent letters out to the abutters. I have copies in my submission to show to the town that we did meet that requirement. The history of the parcel: in 2004, Lewis and Messina divided these lots out for the applicant, Van Hertel Jr. Lot 1 was sold, conveyed to Narragansett Builders, which is one of his companies, and that was done in 2017. And then Narragansett Builders sold that to Sean Provencher, then to Virginia Seraldo, and that is currently holding the lot. Let's see, am I on the wrong? No, Narragansett Builders is this top one, excuse me. Now the house is being constructed. Lot 2, follow my chart here. Lot 2 was sold to Van Hertel III, his son. That was sold in 2017, and that's the lot that he wants to sell and move on or not build here. So that lot is his son. Lot 3 again was sold to his daughter, again in 2017, Madison Wesling, formerly Hertel, and that's the lot that she wants to convey out. Lot 4, that was sold in 2011 to Mazoyan Development, and then a house was built, and now Reardon is the present owner, at least it was at the time of my preparing this flow chart. Lot 5, the last one down, was conveyed or gifted to Van's wife in 2011. She held that until 2019 and sold it to Lee Cousins, who presently occupies that lot. So there's been some conveyances, the gift lots, and then we have these 2 lots which are still in family ownership that we're looking for approval so that the kids can sell them and move on or pay college loans or whatever their wishes are. So that's where we are presently, and I'm here to answer any questions, and hopefully we can move this forward toward an approval. Thank you.
I don't have a few questions. I don't know how you want to proceed with this.
You have quite a bit?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Dwayne, do you have something short and sweet, or?
No,
I just have.
I got a few things, so.
Okay, well,
I have one short and sweet.
go ahead. We'll start with the short and sweet and work our way up to the
Hopefully it
more
won't speak to
extensive.
that of anybody else's sales. It looks like it is a shared driveway going in there, and Bill may have heard me while I was looking up at there and just mumbling to myself about it, that the fire access for the ladder truck, that it'll be able to come in off of Secaucus Trail into the driveway entrance, but the depth or the turn radius, it will not be able to make a right or left-hand turn towards the two outer lots. Okay. So I would ask the applicant to speak with the fire chief or with our fire inspector there to go over what the actual radius needs to be for the ladder to be able to swing. Okay, so swing in there, and to make sure that there's no trees or anything else impeding its access.
So noted.
Yep, we'll be happy to do that.
I'm again, one step ahead of myself here, and I'm going to ask your forgiveness. Mr. Feldman.
Yes.
Do you have something you'd like to share with us about this development and your review?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that, I know that there's, or I guess there's a number of questions out there, and I think Bill kind of explained it away in the sense that when this subdivision was originally created, it was not a subdivision under state law because it was gifted to family members, and then the lots were, except for the two basically with the mother parcel in Narragansett Builders, and then lots 1 and lot 2 were reserved within the family, and the other 2 lots at the bottom, if you will, at the southern part of the plan, the Reardon parcel and the Cousins parcel were sold off in a timely manner that they didn't trip subdivision. My concern certainly was, you know, is this the case or not? And Bill provided us with the timeline based on all the deeds and everything. And Natalie Burns, our attorney, and I went through this with a pretty fine-tooth comb. And Natalie concurred that it gets to the point of subdivision now because of lots 1 and lot 2 wanting to be split off because it's within a 5-year period of each other, which creates the 3rd lot being the Narragansett Builders, which is currently under construction. So there's nothing illegal. It's a timing matter, and at this point, from our standpoint, most of this is pretty much just administrative to make sure that it's approved by the planning board and recorded in the registry of deeds. Beyond that, the subdivision or the lot splits could occur. They're already there. Houses by the family members could have been built and lived in, for that matter, at this point. So there's not a lot of technical review that we're looking at from our standpoint. It's more administrative. And Natalie has gone through this, as I said, and concurs with where we're at on this process.
And you also were commenting about the sprinkler system requirement?
That was Glenn's concern from the building code. Yep. I believe he has worked the house issue out on Narragansett Builders, which is under construction, because that kind of slid under the radar initially as to, oh, well, you know, I issued a building permit, was Glenn's concern, and at the time did not require the sprinkler system, but because it's a subdivision, needs to meet that standard, and he has worked with the applicant or the folks building the home up there to address that issue. But we do want to have a condition on the final plan that requires the other lots to be sprinkled, as we do with all of our subdivisions.
So when you say the other lots, all
well,
five
lots 1 and 2.
Well,
Lots,
okay.
The Reardon lot is currently got a home on it.
Right.
And
you're going to ask, you're suggesting that requirement be applied to that existing home?
no.
All right.
No, we would not do that. We cannot go back on them.
Just lots 2 and 3.
Well, yes, I've got them here as 1 and 2, but yes, 2 and 3.
Okay.
The two Hertel children that are splitting their lots off.
So in summary, what we've got is essentially an existing set of lots, 5 lots. 3 out of 5 of them already have houses built or in process of being built.
Correct.
Upon them, and the only significant change in this
Is the
project
owner-
would be the addition, would be the sale of those two lots and the potential that they may be built on at some point in the future, and that building comply with the subdivision.
Correct.
Okay, is that a fair summary?
I think that's a very fair summary, yes.
Being sold out of the family.
Out of the
which is
family,
what's-
Yeah.
that's correct.
Sure.
That's that lovely subdivision
it.
law we have in the state of Maine.
Yep.
Um,
Okay, anything else?
That's all I have.
Okay. Lori, you're up.
Okay, so since I can get rid of some of this if it's no, we're not starting the process. On the plan, did you notify the abutter on map 16?
I have a letter.
The one up in the corner.
At the top.
Across
at
the street?
top, Across the
So
street.
this lot here,
Yes,
I believe we did.
okay.
Yep. I know
What's the name on that one?
my letters.
It's the most northeasterly lot.
Is it Philip Johnson? Because there was one on there, on the abutter, that wasn't drawn on the map.
It's map 13, do you have a lot number?
No, it's empty, and I didn't look it up.
Oh,
on the town records.
maybe it's 52B?
No, it's the other side of the road.
Well, it's right across from lots 1 and 2, there's lot 55,
Across from lot 1.
correct.
Directly across from lot 1. There's two structures being shown, but there's no butter or map or lot number shown.
I believe I did. I'm gonna have to, I don't have my lot numbers on my letters.
Okay.
If I had a name, I could confirm it. I'm pretty sure we did. We took it, at least to lot 1, and according to the tax map, right directly across from lot 1 is the type is pretty small here. I think it's lot 55.
It may be, I know it's shown up, I know it shows up according to what I saw on one of my research papers. It's on map 16, but I do not know the lot number or the name.
Okay.
And if you could add that information to the
Sure.
plan.
Yep.
And make sure they were notified.
Okay.
So you'll give us an update with that confirmation?
I guess it's all it's on the preliminary.
That's the white barn, the little red barn, and the little pond.
I have no
Is
idea.
it,
As long as we're confirmed that we have.
It's on the back side of Evergreen Drive, at
As
the
long as we're
edge,
confirmed
both
that
sides.
we have done.
it's further down?
Yes.
I think it does, 'cause I think it sits further down.
Yep, I know. Wait a minute, I'll tell you. I do not see them. Dane. Flower Dane.
And they're not
They
in
are
the
not
letters?
listed in here.
Okay, so
And if that's the house that you're thinking.
if you would please,
I'm on the corner of Evergreen Drive.
pardon me?
I'm
I'm
sorry?
on the corner of Evergreen Drive in Secaucus.
On the north side?
The first entrance you come to,
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't know which entrance, because it's a horseshoe.
Yes, it would be the north entrance up by the farm across the street. On that entrance.
That should be Robert Dane.
Dane, what was it? D-A?
D-A-M-E.
Okay, so that's on the to-do list.
Yep. Yep, thank you. Okay.
So, the only thing I would say in that respect is this is the first meeting.
Right.
There's still time for us
Yeah.
for him to correct that problem and notify those folks for the next meeting.
And I'm gonna talk to the fire chief anyway, so.
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Virginia, and I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that name, her address is missing from the subdivision plan.
Okay. As in a butter?
No, under the notes, under owners.
Seraldo?
She's lot 1, under notes.
Lot 1 is Van Hertel III. Lot 2 is
No.
Madison Westlake.
No, lot 1 is the top lot.
Lot
That's the
one,
top.
Virginia.
The original
That's
plan was
just-
divided lots 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So lot 1 is the one that was sold out, and there was a house under construction.
It's just her address is missing from the subdivision plan.
From the plan, okay.
In note 9, under space and bulk standards, the front setback is 75 feet,
Not 50?
and I do have the zoning here.
No,
if you want to see it.
I can, I guess I'm surprised I missed that, okay.
You'll have to also correct the line on the plan, please.
Yep, yep. I think the beauty of that too, it'll give me more room for the easement for the fire
That's
truck.
good, that will make it,
Yeah.
that might make you a
Yeah.
lot easier for your fire trucks.
And not impact the building window of the house.
Right.
Yep, thank you, okay.
And if you could, spell check, well, you can't spell check Secocas, but
I did find a mistake, yes, I did. Yeah, it was missing a K. This plan is correct. The one that was submitted. Yeah, thank you.
all right. Our waivers, maintenance, on, and this is more of a question, on your exhibit A's, there's only one lot,
On exhibit,
on your exhibit A's of the lot, of the deed descriptions,
okay,
there's 3 of them, because there's 3 lots.
correct.
The only one that shows, the maintenance, the driveway roadway maintenance agreement is lot 1. The other 2 that has not been added to the deeds.
Lori, can I go back a second?
Sure.
Do you question the frontage requirement?
No, I don't, no, I just, it was supposed to be in the deeds, the driveway maintenance
No,
agreement.
no, no, you said on
The setback.
on the zoning,
On the zoning setback?
note number 9.
Yep. Yes.
Was that the minimum front yard setback?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yes, minimum front yard setback.
Okay, now the exhibit A you're talking about is on the maintenance?
Yeah, on
Agreement?
the exhibit A's, if you read lot 1,
Okay,
exhibit A, it includes the driveway maintenance agreement and the easement information,
okay.
but lots 2 and 3 do not. And I was wondering if they were gonna be, if that was gonna be put in their deeds also. Because all 3, I'm assuming, is meant to share the expenses.
Correct.
And upkeep.
Correct, yep. Okay.
Although, lot 2 won't need the easement because the easement
Because
is
it's,
on.
right, just the maintenance
They'll
piece
need
of
the
it, yeah.
maintenance.
Okay.
Now, on the driveway this is a question, because I'm not sure if it needs to be, on the driveway maintenance agreement itself, and I could have got confused because there's a lot of names there, but it only lists 2 and 3, and it looks like to me that Virginia is not on that agreement.
And Narragansett Builders is on it.
Okay, so that,
When it
all
was,
right,
when it was
all right.
prepared, so then when the lot is sold, then it would transfer.
That's going to transfer to her, okay.
Yep,
Thank you for that clarification.
sure.
If I need to slow down, please let me know.
Okay.
Okay. The driveway for Narragansett Builders,
Okay,
which doesn't show on the plan.
sure.
They're only allowed 1 access, correct?
I'd have to, I don't know what I would say yes, but I don't know what the code or what the,
Well,
mean, for-
didn't DOT approved a shared driveway?
DOT issued the permit for the shared driveway. They would have
Correct.
required that since it was DOT.
Correct.
Yes,
one
Now-
curb cut, yeah,
1 curb cut.
correct.
to serve all 3 lots.
Right.
Right now, currently, there are 2 being accessed.
I have no knowledge of that.
Is there one on Narragansett Builders?
There's, yeah, two on the
Well,
one.
I mean, I have not been there, but my assumption is it would have been maybe a construction entrance.
They have constructed, and they plowed it 3 days ago. So it's being maintained.
We had snow 3 days ago?
They didn't get to the snowstorm. It was 2 or 3 days after the last storm, but that driveway has been maintained all winter.
It's a code enforcement.
That's a Glen issue.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Test pit stuff here, and I guess that's it.
That's good. Thank you. Very thorough. I can have an opportunity to go through all these and
Homework.
regroup. That's right.
Mr. Prescott.
Oh, thank you. Review the language on the driveway, because the way I read that, it says it'll benefit what we're gonna call lot 3. It's comes in lot 2 off of Route 5.
Correct.
Benefits lot 3, but it doesn't mention lot 1.
Well, it's Narragansett Builders. It's mentioned in there.
The agreement's with Narragansett.
Well, I know, but if you read down the language where it talks about the driveway, clearly says the driveway's in place to benefit lot 3, but it does not say it benefits lot 1. And I don't know if that's gonna be a legal issue down the road. I just happened to notice that it did not mention, actually, I mean, I know where, I see the agreements made, where they're gonna part it up 3 ways.
Right, it's 1/3
But when you get
interest.
down to the nitty gritty, it really doesn't bring lot 1 into the picture, so just take another look at that, how it's worded. And I wish I had a page number for you, but
Okay.
it's in the rest.
Or maybe,
It's intended for 3 lots, is the preference.
Yes, I know the intention, but if you read further down to the language, it kind of leaves out lot 1.
Okay, all right, I'll make sure that's clear.
Come on, boy.
I'm waiting for David to recognize me. With a simple clarification, that after Narragansett Builders put lot 1 as specified.
Well, I just think that it's, well, like I said, I read it, when you get down to the language, the way it reads is, it's access to lot 2 benefiting lot 3, but it should really say it also benefits lot 1. If you're gonna have that language
So
in
there
there.
are 3 parties that are there right now, right? There's 2
Yeah.
owners and Narragansett Builders.
Right.
And the document says each liable for 1/3.
I know,
of the
I saw
cost.
that.
So they're, by implication,
I'm just-
everyone's included.
I'm just saying, if I was me,
Okay.
I would look further and make sure it's clear.
Make sure it's clear.
Yeah, it's in there,
Yep.
you'll see what when you find it, you'll see it.
So again, a review and clarifying.
Yeah.
Sure, yep.
How many test pits were on these lots 2 and
I
3?
believe there was just 1 done.
All right, our ordinance goes by state plumbing code, which has 2. And it's in the subdivision ordinance.
It is.
50 feet apart.
Okay,
And let's see, this one on this butter, I noticed your butter list, the second one from the bottom, Philip Johnson. I couldn't locate him on a map.
okay.
Oh, I think I know which one.
Well, as long as you can clarify
Yeah.
for next time around, we're good
Yeah,
with that.
okay, so Philip Johnson,
Just make a note, yep.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, he's got listed at 28 Evergreen Drive, so as long as you get it on the print.
okay. Okay,
I suspect that's the same lot that we were talking about
Oh,
earlier.
Yeah.
that's right.
It's not,
Okay.
Yep.
yep.
oh, make sure I get-
And, let's see, I guess, I find it curious that we're not asking for any waivers. I mean, we got a list of like 37. You know, if they don't ask for a waiver, is the addresses and
Well, I mean, I
house number is gonna be on it, on the preliminary, like the ordinance says?
it's an existing subdivision already. This is merely perfunctory so the family members can sell the lots. This was created
Yeah, I get
Years
that.
ago.
So they have
But it's
house
still-
numbers already existing.
I'm sorry?
They have house numbers existing on,
I don't know if Glenn has assigned those or not.
All right, well, that's my.
They have been assigned?
The house that is currently under construction has been assigned a number. When they come to us with their building application, he goes out, does the measurements along the road, and as the application is approved through its process, it gets its street number.
Which requires a waiver from the planning board according to the subdivision ordinance.
The new subdivision ordinance,
It's,
that, well, that's fine. If you-
anyhow,
that's-
well, I'll tell you what, Lee, review the list, make sure we're not, because I mean, how was the last time, I don't think I've ever seen something come through, I just caught my eye that we don't have to grant any waivers, so take a second look at
Yeah,
that.
we have tax map and lot numbers on there, but not a house number. which
Yeah.
I don't know if they're assigned at this time, but I
If you
can check.
want, just satisfying
Yeah, you-
my curiosity, you can get these lists, just please.
Yeah, I have the- I
Just
have
make
that.
sure we're
He has the
connecting all our
checklist.
dots.
I have
He
the
has the
checklist, yep.
Yeah,
Cool.
the house numbers aren't issued until we actually have the building permit in the.
We've been doing that by waiving through the planning board, that's why that happens.
We will,
And I think, of course, there's the other thing that they come in the waivers with the soil erosion and the hydrogeological study. So, that's it.
Okay.
okay. Any other
Thank you.
comments? So at this point, we're going to find the application complete.
I don't think we do that this will.
You typically would do that at this point. However, I think that there's been enough issues of missing items that you want to wait on that and table the application until the applicant resubmits
So you
new
will let us
information.
know when you've
Sure.
gotten the homework complete?
Yeah, there's not a lot to do here, and I'll have that back to the planning office.
Okay. And then we can reschedule a meeting and find.
Sure.
For the next meeting, I would assume,
Thank you for your
right?
thorough
We've
explanation.
gotten, just to be clear, we've heard nothing from any of the abutters in response to the letters that were
Okay.
mailed.
Okay,
We have heard nothing.
okay. I'll make sure I get the names correct and the lot numbers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm asking a question. You have gotten no response
Oh,
from any of the
we have not heard from-
letters that were mailed.
No.
Go ahead.
They didn't ask for a response.
Well, I mean, we haven't had anyone write to us or make any,
They had no idea what was going on.
Okay.
They were saying certified, right?
No.
Signature required?
No,
I sent them regular mail is all that we're asked to do.
they said there was a meeting that was at,
okay, okay, so
Is that
the,
right?
I'm sorry?
And even the ordinance, if it can be sent, so.
Certified,
Certified with the receipt.
yes.
Okay,
so this should probably be resent with that.
Yeah, we still got plenty of time to.
yep.
Wouldn't have been a public hearing this evening anyway.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So, is there any more business to be concerned with on this matter? Hearing none,
All right,
we're
thank
all
you for your
set.
time.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Next on the agenda, we have a communication
yeah, we don't know. anything
concerning
about it.
FOMAS. And Angela, perhaps you can read this one.
So, this one is actually gonna fall under Carmine.
Excuse us, pardon us, we're still running the meeting.
Sorry, I'm working on it. This one is actually going to fall under Carmine Development LLC. It is Doug Foglio Jr. as Homestead Development working with it.
We can't get away from you.
This was submitted on Monday. Lee J has reviewed it. You have his memo attached. As soon as Glenn's is complete, that will be forwarded to you as well. He will be coming for on the
Sketch.
18th for his sketch.
Yeah, you're getting it tonight because we're
Yeah.
ahead of the curve right now, and you're able to get the information tonight, so.
Yeah, I have a question on that, because in our regulations, they're supposed to be given to us at the meeting prior to. Don't shake your head. Because I haven't. And my only concern is, if we do get busy as a planning board, getting them the Friday before, as sometimes has happened in the past, may not be enough time if we have 2 or 3 to review. So, and I don't know if you have your subdivision regulations in front of you.
Of course I do.
Of course you do. And then if you go to Article 5, 5.1.1, my question basically is, I know they have to submit it to Waterboro, but when exactly should it normally get to the planning board members for review?
Well, it says sketch plan application shall be submitted at least 14 days prior to the applicant's meeting with the board. So you would normally get that information whenever the packets are prepared and ready for you to pick up, which would normally be
Several days.
days before the meeting, Thursday or Friday before the meeting.
Shouldn't, when they submit it, shouldn't that be, because that's when it becomes public information, when they submit it, they leave it
Correct,
behind.
correct.
Shouldn't the package be complete at that time?
No. No.
Might not be.
An application being complete would be you folks finding it complete based on my recommendation, if I make one to you, and whether or not all of the information is submitted. And you're not going to do that until you have the information in front of you at a meeting.
Yeah, you have to have a meeting and the discussion.
Well, I used the wrong word. I shouldn't have said complete.
The
Okay,
other
so
thing
what
is you
you're
don't
saying,
want to dribble it out.
No, all right, so what we got going?
What we prefer not to do, for example, would be for the plan submission to come in and we automatically send it out to you, and I haven't done any review or any memo for you, Glenn hasn't done any review, so then we're spitting out pieces of information to you a little at a time, where we'd rather try and get it done
Yeah, I get
all
that.
at once, so you get a full packet
Yeah, I
of
get that.
information.
Well, the other
So
thing
I-
is also that applicants change their minds on things too, because you're already giving them feedback as soon as you've gotten it. You're sort of saying, hey, you missed this or you missed that, and they say, oh, no, here it's revised. And it gets real confusing
Well-
real fast, I would think. if you
Oh, no,
have
I get where you're coming
multiple
from. So I guess
additions.
what's on our desk now is what can we do to change up our is there anything we can do where the planning board can get it a week ahead, a little earlier, like after you're done doing your job, and you're going, all right, the planning board's gonna like this stuff. So we
Sure.
don't get well, throw that keep it in your head and see
Yep,
what you can do
yep,
for
I mean,
us.
Need that much time?
I like to have one.
I mean,
We're dealing with planning board members that have jobs, they got kids, grandkids, they come home, they gotta get out to the game, right back to work, so,
so here, I mean,
getting it on Friday night, right through the weekend, and back to work on Monday for a Wednesday meeting, it
Couple-
can jam people up.
a couple of ways, a couple of things that go on. I mean, some towns that I work with, not by my choice, but by their regulations. I mean, we're getting revised plans up until the day before a meeting, and my memo may have already gone out, and then I've got to quickly figure out, okay, what's changed on it, or maybe they've changed the plans based on my memo comments. And so that happens. The other way to look at it, going the way that you're suggesting, would be going to one development review meeting per month, and requiring submissions to be in here 30 days before the planning board meeting, so that then that gives us time to do the review, to write the memo, to get it out to you, maybe 2 weeks before the meeting. Then your other meeting might be like a policy or a workshop meeting dealing with ordinances and whatnot.
How does that work with our timeline? Is that stretching it out for the amount of time it takes us to pass apps?
Well, that's
Because I don't want to do
that stretches it out. I mean, in one sense, it's a little more developer friendly because there's more time to address issues. In another sense, it's not development friendly because
I like the
you're
first part of that.
you're dragging it out for a whole month, where we're currently doing meetings every 2 weeks. And so if you want to be economic development friendly and try to get stuff happening here, we need to keep moving stuff through if it gets submitted every 2 weeks.
I think we have to just be careful of what the level of the problem is that we're defining and addressing. And frankly, I'll speak for myself, that, I find it reasonable to get the plan Thursday. We have a week before the meeting, and somewhere between Thursday and Wednesday, I can get it read.
I get my emails Friday after 4 o'clock. And we have,
The packets are available to pick up on Thursday, Friday, typically. So, I mean, I'm just saying, I don't want to be
Well, I'll tell you what.
spending a lot of time solving a problem that doesn't exist. I don't know.
I think we have a problem that exists.
I'm not sure that I agree with you on that.
Well, hey, Dave, was that the first time?
Yeah, it won't be the last.
I think Lori wanted to say
Just a
something.
second.
Lori was first, excuse me.
I didn't want to change the timeline. I would just wanted to know, normally, historically, what the process was. I'm a new member. I haven't been doing this for a long time, a year and a half to be exact. And all I wanted to know is when something is submitted to the town, reviewed by you, we get our packets, any changes that come in, I'm just concerned with that initial kick in the, beginning stages, so I know what's coming and can start at least preliminary, a preliminary review. And then if we get a packet with changes on a Friday afternoon, then I will review the changes. But that initial submission, I'm just looking for basically a little of a head start. And then if anything happens, and it's now pushed to Monday, with my Monday and Tuesday will not be enough time for me to review a subdivision plan like the one that's coming up with some or a site app like the gas station down here. 2 days, if it was pushed for some reason, that's tight without that preliminary review from me. That's all I was asking. I wasn't asking for, piecemeal, but that initial package, just when, and if it's sketch plan, that's not a big deal. Say it's sketch plan review, and then we get ahead. So,
Well, I guess I'm a little confused at the moment because the one you guys have in your hands tonight for sketch plan
We
review
got 2 weeks.
came here Monday, went out to Lee J Monday afternoon. Lee J and I worked on it via email, phone call, Monday, yesterday, and today to get it ready for your hands tonight for a March 18th meeting,
yeah, and that's
which
how I
is 2
thought.
weeks away.
Right, and that's how I
Right,
thought it
well-
was supposed to go. But it hasn't been going that way, so I was just asking for
Well,
clarification.
Actually, oh man. Actually, I can remember how surprised I was. I gotta say, good job, because this is the second one. We got our preliminary plan on the one we just did, way ahead of time. Because I came into the office expecting the Friday afternoon, next preliminary, which is what Lori was talking about. So, actually, in retrospect, I guess you guys have already worked on solving that problem, because now we have this one way ahead of schedule. So I guess you guys are pretty much
Well, I mean, a
already
lot,
heading in that direction.
there's a lot of moving parts, and a lot of it is, when is stuff submitted? It says 14 days. This one came in a little earlier, so it gave us a little more time. A lot depends on how much we got going on, between both of us. We just try to get it out as fast as we can.
And I'm trying to review them, in the
Yeah.
time I'm given, but,
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, good.
I'll tell you what, we expressed our concerns, and it's obvious you guys have got out in front of this, so just keep it in mind, and get as close to this timeline as you can. The ones that falter or waiver, I won't say falter, that's a negative.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. And then, just keep it in mind.
Yeah.
The sooner the better for us.
Yeah, and we'll continue to monitor it.
Yeah.
If it
Yeah.
becomes an issue
Agreed.
For some reason, then we can look at it as a bylaw issue just for the board and simply say,
Exactly.
these submissions, they have to be received and distributed X number of days prior to the scheduled meeting.
Hey, I have to point out, we got one. We agree.
That's all.
Just for my 2 cents, I'm okay with the time. I was used for 13 years getting sometimes 8 applications on a Friday for a Monday meeting,
Yeah, I mean.
where we
again,
just had the weekend to review
I
everything.
think
So there's-
monitoring it.
Yeah.
Well, if we know there's a concern, let's monitor it. If it continues to be an issue, we
I
can
just
we can
Trying to
address
learn
it.
policy and procedures.
And you guys know the concern so that you can, on your end, do what you can to expedite the transmission of this information.
Yeah, I just see it as more important to not rush the planning department with doing their cursory review of it,
Yeah.
finding any
And I know Lee
problems
doesn't
and
have anything
flagging
else to do
them.
but our work, so.
I wish.
You would.
Mr. Neal?
The other side of that is traditionally, Angela and Tammy before will send out an email that packets are ready to be picked up, and they don't move.
Don't
That's-
don't
but,
say they.
I just mean in
Several
general.
of them.
I mean, I think you go into it in a depth that's different. I mean, this is your profession, so
I also pick up my packets when I know they're there.
Right,
look
and
at
I
the-
do.
I look at the email when I leave the office and make sure I leave it full to get my packet. So
but
I know
by asking that they're ready by a certain time, I think the members should also respond and pick them up.
Well, some
in-
members may,
in
and I
general.
never said anything because some members may be actually reviewing them online. They are available online. I'm a paper person, so I really like, and I work 12 hours a day on the computer, so I like the paper.
Yeah,
That's all.
same here. I'd rather do it in person.
Yeah, that's all. I was just trying to get clarification procedures because I don't know them.
Clarification is good.
Okay,
So, we're good.
are we clarified?
Yeah. We're not putting a
We
timeline
have
on it.
and we have a road to walk down on this, so we're gonna
Yeah.
monitor, and if there's a continuing issue, we'll deal with it. Is that
Thank
correct?
you, Jeff. And
Okay, our last item of business is minutes. We have,
Okay, so we're not gonna do this.
we'll start with December 4th, which is actual minutes. And Lori and Dwayne, you are the only ones present who can have anything to say about this. And since we're not voting, is there any objections or corrections?
I have no.
Objections, corrections, hearing none, they're fine. December 18th, there was no meeting. We will simply sign and reflect that. January 2nd, there was no meeting. We will sign and reflect that. January 15th, there was no meeting.
Dave, those minutes have already been signed.
Which
The
day?
only ones you need to sign and review are February 5th and February 19th.
Okay, well, February
He wants
5th,
to grab the your last packet.
within,
Those were emailed out.
ta-da-da-dum. If you have a copy of them, I could
I do.
probably not embarrass myself by wandering through my stacks of paper. Or I could embarrass
Dave, you
myself
like
because I'm
this?
very good at that.
You gotta see my pretty face.
Okay. A declaration of no meeting. Okay. February 5th. Have we looked at those meeting minutes? Is there any objection, to accepting them?
I have no questions.
Hearing none, they're done. February 19th, there was no meeting. We simply acknowledge that there was no meeting.
I know I wasn't here, so I can't.
And I wasn't there. Is there any other business to be brought before the planning board? Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Oh, wait, I take
time
that
out.
back.
Withdrawn.
Just a couple of things, I guess, that we ought to talk about, or that I ought to mention. So you have the sign regulations that you're still working through with Glenn. One of the things that I'm going to be sending forward to Angela to send to you, or two things actually. Gary has asked me to work up some additional wording for the marijuana regulations, which basically makes it prohibitive to have any retail stores in town, and really wants me to make sure it says flashing lights, it is not permitted. So I've added some additional wording, so there'll be an amendment that you'll need to look at for that. We also are seeing generally in the region, but here in town, several fairly large solar projects, which the solar folks are like scattergun approaching the whole region with every town and every site they can find. So I've created for you to consider a definition of ground-mounted solar array and what it is, and just making them, I think in most cases, permitted uses, which they would be, or conditional uses, permitted uses in most of the zones for your consideration to look at. So those two things have got to come forward for you.
So Lee, on the solar arrays,
Yes.
do we have a current ordinance that governs those, or are they just
No, we have
general?
nothing.
So,
We have nothing.
So I'm looking at one that I think is going in just outside of Sanford on Route 4.
Yep, at the airport.
That looks like, well, it's on the other side of the airport.
Yep.
It's, and that looks like about a gazillion acres that they're gonna cover with the
Yeah,
solar
that one is a
array.
very
And that
very
would be a
large.
real issue if we had someone, in my opinion, decide to do that, next to subdivisions, I mean, there's a whole lot of considerations that have to be done, so if solar array permits are gonna be issued, I'd sure like to see them come before the board.
Just offhand.
Yeah.
What zoning do we have that would fit into?
Right now, the wording that we have in our ordinance is kind of a catch-all wording that has been considered, and that's why we're trying to get up to speed on this.
And also, we're talking about commercial use.
Well, I mean, all they do is sit there.
No, but I mean, they're gonna sell their electricity.
That's-
So
not
it's a
as far as-
business.
It's not
That's
a
correct.
residential use.
Right,
or
so
Correct.
it's gonna be, it comes under business.
Individual business.
I think the wording Glenn and I found were unmanned substations.
Yeah, I just want to find our whole wording.
This would be like fill in the old golf course with solar
Yeah.
panels.
I can.
Most of them are 20 acres.
Do me a favor, make sure you're real strict on, when it comes time they become defunct, who's taking them apart, who's gonna get rid of them, because that issue comes up a lot. People like to walk away from the windmills, and they walk away from these solar panels, because they only have a shelf life for so long.
Well, I guess that's going to be a part of the discussion then,
Right.
because I wasn't proposing that. But if you want to be very restrictive and write an ordinance that how and where and whatnot, we can certainly do that.
So perhaps we could schedule a workshop.
Well, this is going to take several workshops, I think.
Yeah, I mean, at least just to cover the
Yeah.
ground rules as to what are the issues.
That's a big concern of mine, is when they're done with it, 20 years from now,
Cradle to
who's responsible?
Well, the people we're talking to, most of them, their plan is not to abandon or just leave them dead, but to continue to, like a capital improvements program, recycle and change the old photo cells to new photo
So, and if
cells.
they don't,
But these projects
Right.
do get sold out like houses. When a developer will come in and
Technology
they get the
changes.
rebates, they
Right.
get them all up and running, then they sell them all to another business. I think whatever they do is on them. I think
Yep.
we need to protect our community. That when no matter what happens, when they're done, they're done.
Yeah,
We
riding what Dwayne's saying, I think the big problem is when these commercial ventures go bankrupt and there's nobody to hold accountable, and those
Right.
things just sit there.
And they're not biodegradable by any means.
They could be toxic, a lot of these
Yeah.
materials.
So currently, they come under communication towers, high voltage transmission poles, lines, unmanned substations, etc., is how they're being categorized.
so perhaps we need to discuss in
We
a
definitely need to
workshop
put something in place.
as to whether that should be more specific and what the process is.
So
for-
here's the problem you're going to come up with.
Yeah.
I completely agree with that. I've been working to try and get something, at least for conversation's sake, in front of you. But we have two applications that are going to be coming forward, and they are not going to be. They are going to be grandfathered under the current regulations. They will not be.
Well, not necessarily, because
Ooh.
that clause is unmanned substation.
Yeah.
If you really look into that, that's it's got nothing to do with solar. Those are not unmanned substations. A substation is something where, like you see, CMP's got a little power.
I know what they are. Absolutely.
But it also depends on what the current usage is in terms of how that's being defined in practice by other jurisdictions.
You do
Other-
need some
other
kind of
communities-
substation there
Well,
to transmit the electricity to send it along into the grid.
So
Many-
that would be a substation.
Many other communities consider them just under a catch-all of essential town services.
Yeah, but
Would it satisfy everything if there was a memo from code enforcement stating that he is basically reading it that these unmanned substations would cover these solar panel arrays or these solar farms.
Sure, because he's already done that.
Right.
So we'll have.
So with that
Oh,
kind of a
right.
memo, it
Submitted.
gives his interpretation of it,
Yep.
and that's what we go by.
Yep.
We have a preliminary plan in front of us, not complete,
Okay.
nowhere near ready for you guys
Okay.
to have it in your hands. But they have come, this is their third time leaving?
Yeah.
That
Yep.
they've met with
All right.
Glenn and Gary and
Staff
Legion.
aid.
Okay.
Yes.
The only way that would change is if the select board chose to put a moratorium in place until an ordinance was developed.
Dwayne, hold please.
The workshop Southern Maine held,
Mm-hmm.
that was solar.
Yeah.
And I couldn't go,
Yeah.
and I was gonna go.
Yeah.
Was it recorded?
Yeah. I think if you went on to the Town of Sanford website, you'd probably find it.
Gary was supposed to ask you, he didn't do that.
Yeah, I think it's under the, I believe they recorded it, and I believe
So it's on the Sanford, you
I would
presume
that
that
it
it is on the
is.
Sanford?
Yes.
Do you feel that information would be helpful for the next coming week?
Sure.
Did it cover dismantling?
I don't know if it did or not. I didn't attend it myself. Natural Resource Council of Maine was one of the sponsors, and they've been one of the leaders, if you will, on trying to develop regulations statewide to help towns with this, because they're very
I
proponent.
think there's a laundry list of issues.
Yeah.
It goes from construction to abutters to restoring after the business goes out.
That's the big concern.
Well, but it's not a one issue.
No,
point. That's
but-
why I think a workshop
But
might
since
be
this,
helpful.
oh, absolutely. But since this is pending, hey, I'm gonna throw a humongous ask at you.
Sure.
We can protect ourselves by conditional use. We can put a condition on anything that comes forward with us on how.
It is,
dealt with.
the use is a condition.
Well, no, I meant, say, 20 years from now, like you said, they get
You
abandoned or
can,
whatever.
you can condition them. We can
We
condition
condition
them.
they gotta go away. So please give us something. man.
Oh, yeah.
I have an angle on finding out what other people do with that clause, so I'll see if I can email you
Yeah.
something like,
Sure.
maybe Friday or tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'll look
I've
into
got
it
a
myself.
full-blown ordinance
Some
that I
people are heavy
drafted
into that.
for the town of Lovell, actually.
How do they deal with it?
They did not adopt what I had drafted. What I had drafted was about 20 pages, fairly in-depth. But I'll move that along to you as part of this whole thing, so you
When
can
can we
see
see
it.
that? Just
As soon as I can.
FYI.
I haven't been in my office in 3 days. I've been on the road, so
And I'm not saying.
I'm gonna be backlogged, but as soon
I'm not
as
saying for us to have a meeting.
yeah.
Because if you wrote 20 pages on it, I might as well read it.
I mean, and what I'm saying is I got to get in my office and try to get my life caught up here.
So this is on our
Things to do.
our to-do list.
Yes, it's on the
We
to-do
need
list.
We have enough control on it right now with the conditional use
Yep.
that we can
Absolutely.
address issues as they arise.
Absolutely.
And then it would seem to me our first step is to figure out what other people are doing so that we're not reinventing
We
the
need to be
wheel.
proactive, because I know
And then-
Gorham has one right
then we
now
can
that they're
build on
reviewing.
that rather than
So-
start with a blank sheet of
And,
paper.
and one last thing, Tim, do you think the selectmen would have any appetite for putting a moratorium on it until the planning board gets its game on?
Well, I can't speak for them, but I know that this is happening everywhere, and these projects depend on government funding.
I know.
So they go crazy, and they may look like they want to put 5 of these in Waterboro, but they may only get the funding for 1. They're just going nuts, and this is
Well,
it's a perfect time to try to get out of it.
Right.
So it's not
get-
as
get out of
crazy
it,
as it
maybe.
looks.
Well, right, but that funding is where the loophole comes in, because you got one company that takes the money, they build it, and then they sell out.
And their approval is
And
also
I'll tell you,
a
realistically,
commodity.
If it wasn't for subsidies, nobody'd be doing this business.
No.
You know?
Well, that's the whole
that's-
alternative
that's-
energy
Yeah.
scheme, you know.
Well,
It's-
think that
it's-
through, Tim.
so-
See if you can't get us some
So we
slack.
can, I think that this deserves
Yeah.
considered attention rather than just simply bandying about ideas right now.
I agree.
Which is what we're doing. And that's, again, what I'd
All right,
rather do
DJ.
is, let's gather the information, let's have a workshop, and have an agenda for that workshop about where we want to, what are the issues, at least, we'll nail that down, and then proceed from that point.
Okay.
Does that sound
Yes.
like a fair
Do you,
approach?
do you want me to mention it at the select?
I do.
I don't think it can hurt to tell them
All right,
that
that is
this
coming up.
is a potential issue they need to be concerned
It's
about.
coming
Just,
down the road.
I'm just gonna, I'm
It's
just
not the
gonna,
building, it's the removing is the concern.
and that's, we can condition them on providing us a demolition plan or a
Or a bond.
removal plan, a closeout plan.
Yeah.
A bond would-
But just the flip side of it for you is that I've been working with Shirley, the town's assessor, because I was interested to find out, what are the value of these things.
What is in it for us?
Yeah, you're looking at somewhere over $10 million worth of investment.
Well,
That's what that's what it is assessed at in the town of Madison right now.
So we're gonna get tax value on millions of dollars?
Yes.
Not, because there seems to be a smoke and mirrors here where how much a developer spends on an application
No.
is irrelevant to us.
It's not
It's
how
what-
much. It's not how much. There's an existing on-the-ground solar facility, comparable size in the town of Madison,
Yep.
that actually your tax assessor has valued at, and it is valued for tax purposes at over $10 million.
What is, do you have to know what so it'd be a property tax?
Yeah, what it would be, whatever.
I'm just
You're at
curious.
15 mil.
For a low impact.
You're at
Right.
15 mil.
Oh.
So,
So it's good business for us.
Could be.
it just
As
sits
long as
there.
we get good cleanup.
It
Yeah,
just sits
yeah.
there.
All right, so,
Doesn't add traffic, doesn't add.
No,
Doesn't put any
It's a
kids
good
in
commercial
school.
use. It's good
we
clean.
just gotta do what we always do,
We just
protect the
have-
neighbors.
have a process.
Exactly. Well, I think the sites that they're looking at are very well neighbor protected.
It's silent too.
Yes.
No noise.
In a
No, it
sense-
What, ATV, no ATVs going by your house?
In a sense, the sites they're looking at are off the beaten path.
I wouldn't go
One of-
that far,
well-
but they're off the
Close
road.
up-
Yeah.
They
close
are
up.
off the road.
They're off the grid.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ed.
So anyway, I just
Okay.
we can't get.
I make a motion
We've
to,
beaten this to death. Can we have?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Do we have a second? We have a second. In favor? Hasta la vista, baby.